Your digestive system acts like a constantly running engine, processing the food you eat for energy. When you stop feeding it for an extended period, that engine winds down, and your body has to look elsewhere for fuel. Intermittent fasting often begins with the 16-8 schedule. This involves fasting for 16 hours a day and consuming all your meals within an 8-hour window. This timeline tracks what happens to your body during a fast. For the first several hours, your body runs on glucose or sugar from your last meal. But right around hour 10 to 12, your glucose stores run out. Your body hits a metabolic switch, transferring its primary fuel source from sugar to stored body fat. Pushing past that 12-hour mark initiates a second process called autophagy. This is a built-in cellular cleanup program where your body clears out injured cells, builds healthy new ones, and reduces overall inflammation. Before attempting this, you need to check your medical history. If you are under 18, pregnant, breastfeeding, diabetic, or have a history of eating disorders, you must consult your doctor before restricting your eating schedule. Pushing your first meal to later in the day serves a specific biological purpose, because it naturally reduces your overall caloric intake, while deliberately activating your body's fat-burning and cellular repair systems. To get those systems running, you need to compress all of your daily meals and snacks into a single, continuous 8-hour block. This chart shows a standard 24-hour day. The challenge is placing your specific 8-hour block. One approach is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., requiring an early dinner. Alternatively, shift the block to run from noon until 8 p.m., skipping breakfast for a traditional dinner. Pick the timeline that accommodates your unchangeable daily obligations. If a shared family dinner at 7 p.m. is a priority, you need to choose the noon to 8 p.m. window. The exact hours you pick matter less than your ability to stick to them. Eating at the same time every day trains your brain to anticipate food on a schedule, making the fasting periods easier to tolerate over time. Once your 8-hour window closes, you enter the 16-hour fasting block. The rule here is absolute. You consume 0 calories. This restriction usually causes the most panic in the morning, right when people rely on their daily caffeine routine to wake up. This grid displays your only permitted options during the fast: plain water, black coffee, black tea, and unflavored sparkling water. You have to monitor everything you add to that morning cup: a splash of milk, a pour of coffee creamer, a teaspoon of sugar, or a packet of artificial sweetener will introduce calories or provoke an insulin response. You might assume a green smoothie, a glass of fruit juice, or a protein shake is an acceptable exception for the morning. They are not. They contain dense caloric energy. Even a minor intake of calories alerts your digestive system that food is available. Your body will instantly halt the metabolic switch, abandon its fat stores, and revert to burning the glucose you just drank. Eventually, the 16 hours pass, your fasting window ends, and it is time to wake your digestive system back up. Completing a fast does not earn you a pass to eat whatever you want. Gorging on processed snacks the moment the clock strikes noon will undo the internal progress you just made. This diagram shows exactly what your first meal should provide: a balance of lean protein, whole grains, and healthy fats. Look toward a Mediterranean-style diet. Build plates around roasted salmon, quinoa, and fresh broccoli. If you break your fast with a greasy burger and fries, your blood sugar will spike aggressively and then crash, leaving you fatigued and hungry for the rest of the afternoon. The nutritional quality of the food you eat during your 8 hours dictates how your body feels the next day. Eating a balanced diet keeps you full, determining your physical comfort during the next 16-hour fasting stretch. If you have spent years eating from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep, suddenly stopping for 16 hours is going to be physically difficult. You can step down into this routine gradually. Start with a 12-hour eating window and a 12-hour fast to give your body time to adjust to the concept of caloric restriction. The easiest way to achieve that 12-hour baseline is to simply eliminate all late-night snacking. Finish your dinner and do not eat again until breakfast the next morning. As you stretch that fast towards 16 hours, expect temporary side effects. You will experience sharp hunger pangs and periods of lower energy. Your hunger hormones operate on a strict schedule based on your old habits. It takes several weeks for those hormones to adapt to your newly established eating window. That initial physical discomfort proves that your metabolism is actively adapting to the new schedule. Pushing through those first few weeks is what makes the routine sustainable for the years to come. The 16-8 cycle relies on 2 distinct phases:
an 8-hour window for balanced meals, and a 16-hour period for your digestive system to rest. During that fasting period, you stick exclusively to water, black coffee, or plain tea, keeping your calorie intake at exactly 0. Intermittent fasting functions as a long-term adjustment to how you time your meals. Decide which 8 hours fit your schedule today. Plan your meals, skip the late-night snacks tonight, and officially start your first fasting window tomorrow morning. By setting specific boundaries on your daily clock, you stop reacting to random hunger cues and manage your own metabolic health.